Hi, hello and welcome to my channel and happy new year. I think this is maybe the second video that I am posting in 2025, so happy new year to everybody. I'm filming this in 2024 though because I have time, I want to prep and I want to test some new makeup because that is the subject for today. I am so excited. So let's start with primer because I want to let this one sink in. I bought this very randomly. It is the NYX The Face Glue Gripping Primer. I think this is the third time I'm using it, and so far, let me tell you, this is really nice. It is not sticky. First of all, my skin is freaking out. I have no idea why. Maybe because I've been eating a lot of candy because it's the season, but anyway, I'm gonna put this one everywhere. In my opinion, this is a hydrating primer and it is a bit sticky, but that's the reason I want to let it sink in a bit more today, just to see if it will become sticky. But it is nothing like the E.L.F gripping primer or the milk one, nothing like that. I actually do like it more because it is different than those, because the normal gripping primers, I don't like them. They are too sticky and foundation looks pretty ugly on top of them. At least that was my experience. We are gonna use the skin tint from Essence. This is not new in my collection, but I want to use a glowy skin tint on top of this one. We will put though a very small amount because I bought a concealer and I want to test it today. It seems pretty light. I bought the shade number 3 Fair Rosy. The shades, by the way, did I mention that this is the Haus Labs concealer? I think I forgot. This looks pretty light and I bought this shade because even though I don't have a rosy undertone, I do have like a neutral or even warm undertone. I bought this one because all the shades seemed a bit on the more yellowy side, so I wanted something a bit more neutrally. And then I purchased the Huda Beauty pink powder. I am too curious, so I decided to pick it up. I already know that this powder is incredible, so I was curious just to see the pink shade. So right now it is a bit sticky, but if you are not letting it dry completely, it will be pretty glowy, so you will be able to put a foundation on top, and I already know that it will look great. But now let's see how this one looks if it is sticky. So I'm gonna put, like I said, a small amount and we will blend it with a sponge in a second because I just want to see the coverage of the Haus Labs concealer, because as you can see I have the ugliest pimple right here. Let's blend it out. Somehow primers from NYX are pretty nice. I don't think I tasted one primer from NYX that I didn't like. Of course they are not magic, you can skip primer, and usually I do prefer glowier primers, but somehow all NYX primers are pretty good. So that's nice. I'm happy with my NYX glue primer. Let's prep the lips a bit. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Lip Balm. I just want something a bit hydrating while we are doing the rest of the face. So let's test the concealer. Like I said, the shade seems pretty light. Yeah, it is very light and very, very thick. I didn't expect it, but okay. It is blending out very nicely, but it's, like I said, very, very thick. The shade is for sure too light, but it is my fault. And somehow it is just melting into the skin. It looks really, really nice. Let's use the powder next. I'm gonna put a bit in my hand because I really don't want to use this spongy applicator. I feel like it's just I don't, it is not hygienic in my opinion, so I'm gonna put a bit of the powder in my palm in here and use the sponge. So far this concealer is really interesting. It's not creamy, it's very thick, but it doesn't crease, so it looks great. I really like it so far. Let's put a bit of the powder. I'm a bit scared that it will just make my under eye a bit darker. No. Oh, that looks great. Okay. So far I'm very excited for today's product. I want to blend this one into the blush, so I will put it on the cheeks as well, but on my forehead I'm gonna use the normal shade that I have, the sugar cookie one. Okay, so the base is done and it looks great. It's just a bit too light because of the concealer, and as well because the concealer is a bit rosy and I put a bit of the pink powder. I look a bit too pinky, but I think we will apply a pretty good amount of bronzer. I'm using the Essence one. I'm gonna just put a really good quantity everywhere that you are using bronzer, of course. So I'm gonna put a bit on the forehead and then blending it on the cheeks and a bit on my jawline. And I'm gonna be right back because that will make my face look a bit more two-dimensional, at least, not very flat like it is now. Next, for blush, I bought this one. It is my first product from this brand, and I'm not sure that I can pronounce this name. RMS, I think it is the name. Beauty Maiden's blush, it is the shade. Already mentioned Hydra powder blush. It looks so nice. I am very excited. I'm gonna use a Kiri's brush and let's see how pigmented this one is, or if I can. Okay, it is good that I picked a pretty compact brush because it is decently pressed in here, so I need to apply a good amount, and I'm gonna apply a bit under the eye, but not in here, just on the outer edge to blend it into the powder. I do like it, but it is not my favorite. I would have liked more shimmer. I really thought that it was a very shimmery blush, but it is not. It is similar maybe to the Pat McGrath formula. I would think they are very comparable. A really nice formula overall, but not my absolute favorite one. I could recommend it. It is nice. It looks flawless on the cheeks, but now I know that I need a highlighter just to put on top of this. Okay, so I applied a bit of highlighter and now I'm putting a bit of pencil. I'm using the normal NYX one that I really like, and we have a new brow gel. I've been using this one for like a week or something. It is the one from Rare Beauty, and I want to say that this, in my opinion, is the second best brow gel that I tested. It's lovely. It's still not beating my Too Faced one, but so far I really like it. It is a bit more sticky than the Too Faced one, but I really like the applicator. It is very small and tiny, and I need to apply a bit more than the Too Faced one because the brush is picking up a bit less product, but it looks great and it stays in place really good. So overall I really like it, but I need to test it a bit more, and I'm gonna of course give you a review in speed reviews as usual. I'm gonna apply a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray because I feel like my skin is very powdery, and then we are gonna apply something on the lips and we will do the eyes very fast. Okay, while this is drying a bit, let me tell you about lips, I'm gonna put very fast the Cream Glide lip liner from E.L.F. This is the shade Truth or Bear. And then I bought the Byoma Liptide lip oil. I have I think it is only one shade. This, I tested it once, but the stopper is so strong. I hate when products with the doe foot are using packaging like this, because if you are using that much force, some of the gloss will just fly out. It is just annoying, so I already know that this will not be my favorite because of the packaging, but let's apply it. Of course, first lip liner. It's not a thick lip oil, it's not the thinnest one, but it's okay. I know I'm not impressed or something like that. Let's blend a bit the edges with the sponge, because the setting spray sinked into the skin. I'm applying a bit of the Sigma eyeshadow primer. That is, of course, still my favorite one. For eyes, we will be very fast, because I don't have anything new to test, but I want to do a very simple and very light eye look, so something perfect for winter in my opinion. And we will use two palettes, but I'm gonna use one shade from each. So we have the Makeup by Mario, the neutrals. I'm gonna use from here maybe the fourth shade, this one. And on top of that, I'm gonna use the multichrome from the Uda Hela palette, this one in here. It will not look like much, because this one is popping on a dark, like most multichromes, on a dark shade. So on top of a light shade, it will look pretty normal, nothing that impressive, but I just want a very light eye look, something just shimmery, something like, I don't know, snowflakes or something like that. But I'm always placing a matte shadow first, because it is important to just define a bit the crease. That's first shade down. I'm gonna take the multichrome from the Hela palette and I'm gonna spray it as well. It is a bit more of a putty formula, so in reality I don't think I need to spray it, but I'm gonna do it because that's usually my routine. Okay, it is a lot more peachy. I remembered it being more like a yellow, but anyway, it looks great, so I'm not mad. And I'm using some brown mascara to finish up the look. Okay, and this is the final look. I think the eyes are going so well with the lips because they are a bit more on the peachy side, and the eyes are just a bit, I don't know, somehow peachy, somehow yellow, and somehow a bit cooler toned. I have no idea, but it looks great and I'm so happy. So overall, I am really impressed with most of these products. I mean, the Haus Labs concealer is for sure not full coverage. My Natasha Denona concealer would have covered this one just a bit better. I don't want to apply even more than this because it will become cakey for sure. The Huda powder did impress me. I was thinking that this will be very, very pinky, but it's not. And like I said, I have like a neutral warm undertone and it doesn't look pink on me. It doesn't look unnatural or something like that. It's just brightening the under eyes, which is great. The brow gel I do love. The primer is really great so far. Maybe the lip oil is not my absolute favorite product, but it's not a waste of money. For sure I will use it up. So yeah, this is the final look. I'm happy with this product. And yeah, if you like this video and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.